The best place to play games in 2025 is on, well, let's get into it. Hey, what is up, all my chill gamers? I'm back after 4 months. I gotta tell you, man, it was a crazy long 4 months. Okay. A lot of things happened while I was gone. A lot of things, a lot of good things, actually. You know, new job, new position, feeling great about it. I actually got married in May, guys. So I'm really happy about that, ecstatic for that. But now, you know, coming back, I seen a lot of crazy things, man. A lot of things on Twitter or X, a lot of things in the gaming realm. But today I want to talk to you, the gamers. Okay, this video is unscripted, so don't mind if I kind of mess up. I'm trying my best. First video back, so give me a little leadway here. But I just want to talk about a lot of things that is going on and having ideas about where's the best play to play the games. On what console, platform, whatever you choose. And I'm thinking, like, you know, there's been a lot of things said over the years that I've been on YouTube and gaming and overall. Like, I'm 41, and I gotta tell you, I've been through it all. Okay, ColecoVision, Atari, Sega Genesis, Nintendos, Dreamcasts, GameCubes. I mean, the plethora of games and consoles. And now in 2025, you know, you got to ask yourself, where's the best place to play your games? So I'm trying to figure this out, right? Because I don't have my Xbox Series S anymore. I got rid of that for free. I wasn't really playing on it. Now you could say, look, you don't like Xbox. I do. I just don't like the console. I'm sorry. I just don't. That's me. But when the new one comes out, probably close to the future, I'll probably look into it. If it's in my liking, I'll buy it, right? There's no issues with that. But I'm not saying it's bad. It's not for me, right? It's cool. I bet you I triggered somebody. But I want to ask you guys, please let me know in the comments, where do you play and why do you play them? Because, you know, there's been a lot of talks about, you know, the console wars, right? For example, right? I kind of steered away from that. Now, I was part of a circle years ago. You know, we were doing rebuttals and stuff like that. To me, it's entertaining, right? For example, if somebody says PlayStation's the best place to play, man, you don't even understand. You got the VR or whatever and blah, 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 and all these new features. Somebody will always come back and say, nah, man, Xbox is more better because, you know, we have this, that, and that, and that. It's always the Game Pass narrative. And I will agree that having Game Pass is a great idea. And frankly, you know, PlayStation Plus is good to an extent, but it could be a lot better, right? So I think this month in July of 2025, they gave us Diablo and a couple other games. I forget. Okay, I add them to my library anyway, just, you know, dabble into them later. But actually, we are playing Diablo 4 right now, me and my buddies. So we're actually enjoying that. I actually didn't play when it launched, so I'm actually I actually have it on PlayStation 5 and my new PC. And I also bought a new PC, the RTX 5070 Ti build from a RTX 3070. I gotta say, it was a great buy. It was a great upgrade, I gotta tell you. But I want to ask the gamers out here really seriously, like, where do you play your games and why do you choose to do so, right? Because a lot of people are like, man, you know, again, Xbox is better, PlayStation is better, and that's better, this is better, mobile gaming's better, it's the great, like, but you know what? We can argue with preferences all day long, right? We can argue and debate over and over about marketing and sales. And me, I look at that, especially on Twitter, because Twitter is crazy, right? They talk about margins like, oh, PlayStation sold this many consoles, man, look at this. I'm like, I don't care. I don't see that bank. I don't get money for that. I don't care, right? I don't care if Xbox sold 200 million. I don't care if PlayStation sold 100. I don't care, right? The whole console war narrative, I'm going to go here real quick. I'm going to steer here real quick, is that it's entertaining, right? It's somewhat funny and entertaining, but it's kind of weird. Like my good buddy tells me, some people on Twitter are just germs in the gaming community. You want to steer clear and wash your hands and stay away from that stuff. And I try to do it Or I am doing it, actually. I am trying to steer away. But sometimes when I'm scrolling on Twitter, I see a lot of craziness. Sometimes I interact, you know. For example, there was this person, this content creator, talking about he plays games on easy mode. Now, I gotta say, playing games on easy mode is just fine, right? It's just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, me, I like to play on harder modes. Sometimes I like to go on easy mode just to relax and enjoy a single player game. I'll play games on easy. I don't care, you know? So, and this is where where do you play your games come into play, because it's like, I ask them like, okay, so if you play on Xbox, why do you want to play on Xbox? Because you have Game Pass, day and dates. That's always a good thing, right? Saves people money from spending on games, right? Because let's be real, like $60, $70 out of pocket every couple weeks or every month, kind of like, you know, kind of damps your pockets. Why not save some money? I personally like to buy my games, and that's totally fine, but I also play on Game Pass on PC. Okay? For example, I think Forza Horizon 5 is actually on PlayStation. And did I buy that game? No, absolutely not. Because I already have it on Game Pass on PC. Why would I go out and buy that? But again, the overall experience is, where's the best place to play really is up to you, the gamer. It's not because they sell you on why you should buy the console. The point is why you want the console. What interests you of that console? Why do you want to get that console? For example, I've been on PlayStation for a long time. Okay, we're gonna go through this PlayStation 1, 2, 3. I didn't buy any of those consoles at launch. The only one I bought at launch was PS4 and 5. PlayStation 1 I didn't buy at launch. I got it like half a year later. PS2 I got it like a year later. PS3 I got it like 6 months later. I think my brother got one and then I got one. And then PS4 I got it on launch, and then PS5 I got it on launch. I got two of them on launch, you know. So I was always a PlayStation gamer, mostly. Before that was Nintendo, Sega, you know, didn't care about it. I had both. You know, that's where console wars really originated, was Sega and Nintendo. Let's be real. And so I ask you, the gamers, you know, where do you like to play the most? You know, because I noticed that a lot of gamers don't care about console wars. A lot of gamers don't care where they play, as long as they're playing games they love, right? It could be on Xbox again. It could be on PlayStation. It could be just Nintendo. It could be just mobile. Matter of fact, it can be just cloud and GeForce Now, even other cloud services. Okay, there's so many subscriptions out here. It's crazy. Like it's bonkers. It's out of this world crazy. But I just want to talk to you guys. Like, if somebody bought an Xbox, I say enjoy it. Enjoy your games. Play where you want. Because a lot of games, right, are cross-play, right? So, and plus, they added Discord integration to the consoles, except Nintendo. Nintendo's on its own thing. Nintendo Switch came out recently. You know, they have their own little things. I think they have a new chat and video things with that on the Switch too. So again, it's where you want to play and have fun and enjoy your gaming experience. You know, with your friends, by yourself. It doesn't matter. To me, play your games where you want to play them. Okay? PS5 or PlayStation, they offer the PlayStation Plus. You got games over there for a subscription. They don't have day and dates really. They have a few of them, but not all of them. Xbox, you got, you know, the Series S. You can start there, which, like, you know, with this modern generation, I did. Not a bad console, but, you know, it's definitely not for the technical guys, you know, that look for the higher performance and stuff and you know, graphics. It's definitely not for that. It's definitely to get into the start of the generation now. But I would say definitely try to get the Series X, the more better console. But it's really, you know, a lot, you know, again, it's just where you want to play the most and have fun with your friends, or even by yourself, again, to play your single players, multiplayers, whatever you want to have fun. Okay. Destiny became crossplay some years back. I was very ecstatic for that. The upgrade was 60 frames. I was on PlayStation. They added, I think, Destiny in 2019 to PC, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that. I don't really remember. It was some years ago. And I was really happy. 2019 is when 2018 actually is when I really started to play on PC hardcore. And I gotta say, I loved it. I've been like, a lot of people are skeptical of playing on PC, you know, even trying out PC. You know, PC stinks. It, you know, and I will say that some games are not optimized well for that port on that platform, is because, let's just be real, some games are better optimized on console sometimes, right? Even though graphically and performance wise, PC dominates consoles all day, every day, but some games just doesn't play well sometimes, right? Like the new game Wu Chang, I think it is, right? I tried it out yesterday on the Xbox Game Pass. I'm not blaming the Xbox or anything. I'm blaming the PC, not my PC, because I have 5070 Ti, you know, 32 gigabit DDR5 at 3900 to like 5.5 gigahertz. My thing's a beast. I ain't gonna lie. Obviously, there's some more stronger PCs out there, but yeah. But I got what I paid for. But I'm just saying, some games are not optimized well. So it's really where you, the gamer, enjoy playing the most, whether it's on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, PC, mobile, cloud. It's really what makes you happy, right? For example, the last 3 to 4 or 5 months, I just been gaming everywhere. Nintendo got the new Switch OLED. Well, not the new Switch, but to me it's new. I just got a new Switch OLED. To me it's new because I just bought one. Had the other Switch, the first one, the base. So, you know, I was having fun with that, but I just got myself an OLED, so it's new to me. The new Switch came out. You're like, whoa, Jers, why didn't you just get the Switch 2? I was like, I don't know if I want it yet. You know, it's not because of tweaks or bugs or anything. I just wasn't ready to move forward yet. I just wanted to play my games and dabble into it whenever I could. I'm definitely gonna be getting Nintendo Switch 2 down the road, but you know, until then, I'm just not gonna do that. But right now, I want to, you know, say the best place to play in 2025 is really where you want to play the most, right? Now, if you're a console player, Nintendo or more whatever, I would say if you want to jump to PC, there's a lot of tools to use to utilize the information, right? Google, YouTube, and other formats. It's just, if you don't know how or what you're looking for, there's a lot of great information out there, especially people who know how to build PCs, who can tell you the ropes. You could buy a cheap PC for Walmart, Best Buy, whatever, for like 700, 800, 900. And that's totally fine. But to me, if you're going to upgrade a PC, like you buy a PC and you want to, you know, I'm like, oh man, I want to upgrade. I would say the cardinal rule for me, just me now, this is my opinion, not for you probably, but for me, if you bought a PC, you shouldn't have to upgrade 3 to 6 months later. That's crazy. Like that's wild to me. That's why you should always do your homework, due diligence, information, get the right situations going, because you don't want to waste money down the road again and be like, I gotta upgrade because it's not playing well, blah, blah. I'm just saying, that's the problem with PC. It's not really a problem. It's just that you have to expect that to happen, right? There's gonna be crashes. There's gonna be situations where you have to fix the game, uninstall the game, reinstall it, check the file. Like, you gotta prepare yourself for that situation. Where as consoles, it's just a plug and play. They update on their own from, you know, the makers. So it's just you plug and play in the consoles, you turn it on, you play your games, start a chat party, crossplay's going. The games are kind of optimized really well for the consoles. You just playing your games, right? $500, $600, $400, whatever. PS5 Pro's like $700, whatever. Kind of worth it if you're that kind of guy. If you want to upgrade, but you have a nice 4K OLED or a monitor that plays that game well and utilizes the hardware. Now, for me, this is why I upgraded, is because I couldn't stream my games on PC at the same time. It was really irking me, like a lot. And that's why I was playing PC games. I didn't stream a lot because I was on PC and couldn't do a lot of things. But when I was on PS5, I used to record and stream a lot because, you know, I had the hardware to do it. And it didn't bother the PC too much. But that's why I upgraded. I was like, you know what? I don't want to upgrade my PC I have now to a better PC. We all can do that, right? You can put in this part, that. I didn't like, you know what? I was spending almost $1,200 alone just for upgrades. What I want. I was like, you know what? I'll spend like $1,400 more on top of that and get a whole new PC. And I'll save my RTX 3070 for a streaming PC. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things entwined, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, you can look into hardware where you think you have the most fun times. And believe me, I will say this wholeheartedly. Don't limit yourself to one console. You know, like, don't be that guy. I know Xbox, if you're a PlayStation guy, is like, I ain't going to Xbox. Try it out, man. If you really never enjoyed it, if you never really played on it, try it out. Trust me. There's GeForce Now. You can subscribe to Game Pass. You can get GeForce Now. You can play it in the cloud for like 30 to 40 bucks, you know, with both subscriptions for like a month. You're spending 40 bucks to play like 100 plus games. Like, you can't go wrong. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. You can't go wrong on that. But it's really, again, guys, it's really the best place to play in 2025 is really up to you, the gamer. And let me know in the comments section, guys, where you guys love to play your games and what games you're playing right now. As I said, we're playing Diablo 4. We're going to be streaming on Quick Play Dynamics channel. We're going to do a lot of good things here in the future. And Chill Gaming is back, guys, so expect more. And I will be live streaming soon enough. You know what I mean? If in October, we're going to do some scary things. We're going to do some things with my buddies. We're going to do a lot of crossplay, a lot of co-op things, a lot of multiplayer. Some single players aspect. We're going to try to figure this out, how to play without spoiling each other, because we play together, kind of spoiling the experience. So I didn't want to do that, so I'm going to figure that out. But once I do, you guys will be informed. But I want to thank you all for watching. And as always, stay chill and happy gaming. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.